Hello, hello, my friends. Bath and Body Works was running some pretty good sales over President's Day weekend, and it was enough to lure me in. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you some soaps and pocket bags that I purchased, as well as, yes, some candles. Now, you guys know I tend to be a little bit cautious when purchasing from Bath and Body Works based off of honestly, I've had some recent performance issues with them. However, last weekend they were running a buy one, get one free sale, which in and of itself, you guys, really isn't that great of a deal. However, I did have not only a 20% coupon available for use, but I had a 25% off coupon. I ended up using both of those because I placed three separate BOPIS orders. Well, obviously I purchased them. I went in and picked them up in store, and now I want to share with you what I decided to pick up. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I talk about a lot of candle brands here on my channel. I do dedicated reviews, hauls like this, empties, lots of fun stuff in between. So again, if you love home fragrance content, you might want to stick around. But let's go ahead and let me show you what I decided to purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the hand soaps because guess what, you guys? My family, we wash our hands a lot. I mean, a lot. I'm just going to go on a quick little tangent here. Hand washing is really, really important, you guys. I know, like, we all know this, like, yes, PSA. But you know why it's really, really important? I have no idea what has happened this winter. I have had so many friends, both here, like in my personal life, as well as a lot of you guys commenting or seeing a lot of other people talking about how it has just been like a winter of sickness. I don't know what my family has done this winter. We have not really been sick. In fact, my husband and my daughter have had a little bit of a cold this week, but even then, it hasn't been like too terribly bad. But prior to then, you guys, all this winter, somehow we have avoided all of the plagues. And that was making me really nervous going into our cruise that we went on 3 weeks ago, because I was just thinking, oh no, we have not been sick recently. We are going to be sitting ducks between Ubers and bus shuttles and planes and airports and cruise ships and like hotels. I mean, every area that a germaphobe would probably want to avoid, we were in. But I am fanatical about washing our hands. I'm not OCD, and I'm not making light of people who actually are diagnosed with that. But like, I'm not that obsessive. But my kids do know that a rule in our house: when you walk in, if you've been anywhere, I don't care where you've been, you walk into my house, my rule is always take off your shoes and wash your hands. That is always a big thing. So washing your hands, really important, because somehow we have still been able to elude the plagues. I probably just opened myself up now to getting sick this week, but hey, we've gone this far, and I'm going to accredit it to a lot of hand washing. So anyways, I was running low on hand soap because of all of the hand washing that we have been doing over the past few months, and I was ready for some new spring type of fragrances. So the first fragrance that I picked up in the hand soap, my family does like the foaming hand washes because, again, kids, really easy for them to really get those little hands clean. They're not so little anymore, but I still think they are. All right, we have the fragrance Sweet Orange and Agave. Fragrance notes here of effervescent citrus, golden agave, and jasmine musk. I actually had this fragrance in a candle last year, and I really, really enjoyed it. It reminds me of Sunwash Citrus. I feel like it's a repackage of that, but really, really liked this scent. I do like it for like a good like spring summer scent. So I purchased one Sweet Orange and Agave. And I failed to mention that I placed this BOPIS order on the day that they were running. I think it was like a $3.50 candle sale and $1 for the pocket backs. And so that was why I actually didn't use my 20% coupon on this one, because I had to use a certain code online and I couldn't use more than one. But oh well. Another fragrance that I purchased is White Iris and Cedarwood. Fragrance notes on this are iris petals, warm cedarwood, and fresh bergamot. I actually purchased two of this because I did smell the candle in store and I liked the candle. However, spoiler alert, I ended up not purchasing the candle because I didn't feel like there were enough other fragrances in my collection that would complement it. You guys know that's kind of the journey that I am on right now. And I didn't want to purchase two of the same candle because I typically burn two fragrances at the same time. So I bypassed purchasing the candle, but I like the fragrance enough that I thought I'd like that in a hand soap. And I do. Fresh, I get the iris in there, a little bit of cedarwood. Now I have heard that this is a dupe of the fragrance Glossier You. I've never smelled that, so I can't give a testimony as to whether or not that is true. But what I will tell you is that I've already started using the other hand wash. Like I bought 2 of them, so I have one at my bathroom sink in the master bedroom. And the fragrance is like, it lingers. Like I'll go like putting my hands up at night, to, like after I, use the restroom before going to bed. And I put my hands up as I'm laying in bed. And I was like, oh, my hands smell really good. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's the soap that I used. So really nice fragrance for the springtime. It is definitely a spring fragrance to my nose. Okay, any of you guys know my favorite floral fragrance in the springtime is fresh cut lilacs. I love a good lilac fragrance. We have fragrance notes here of lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and soft spring air. Now, I do not really purchase fresh cut lilacs from Bath and Body Works in the candle format because there is something about it that's slightly powdery to my nose. My favorite fresh cut lilac fragrance, okay, if I can get this thing open, my word, is Kringle's version of fresh cut lilacs. But they all, I mean, as long as it's got a lilac note, I'm going to love it. And yeah, I do love this. The hand soap is slightly less perfumey to me than the candle format, but I purchased 3 of these because I have 3 sinks in my home that I have hand soaps at, and I figured that that would be the fragrance that I would be putting out in the month of March. So I got 3 fresh cut lilacs. What else do I have in here? It's like, ooh, I don't know if this is a new fragrance. I'm not sure if I've seen this before, but this is Sunny Lemon Orchard. Fragrance notes of golden lemon blossom, spring jasmine, and cedar. I only purchased 1 of these because I wasn't sure if I would like the fragrance. And I do. Nice lemon fragrance. Not overtly, it's not as astringent to my nose or like as like cleaner as like what is it, the kitchen lemon fragrance, but a good lemon scent. I think the jasmine note in there kind of tones it down a little bit. Really nice scent. So I actually could see myself purchasing another 1 of these because I do like that scent. And then I did purchase 2 of the Easter collection soaps. I did purchase Marshmallow Bunny Hop. Fragrance notes of toasted marshmallows, warm vanilla, and fluffy orange icing. Let me smell this one again. I smelled it in store and I was like, oh yeah, I like it. I like this. Yeah, you get a toasted marshmallow. I smell a little bit of that orange in there. So this will be a fun one to put out for Easter. Let me know, you guys, do you actually decorate your homes for Easter? I don't have Easter decorations. I think it's because I have a lot of like soft purples and blues and whites in my like regular home decor. I really only go all out with decorating in the fall and for Christmas. But I'm actually contemplating this year purchasing a couple of little like Easter decorations because I think like bunnies are just so adorable. And just all of like the soft pastels. I really, really like them. So I don't know, maybe I'll decorate for Easter this year, but I really appreciate the packaging on these because they are just so cute. And then I did purchase a Tutti Frutti candy in the hand soaps, sweet jelly beans, mixed berries, and sugared lemon. And like I said, I've never had either of these in the hand soap before. And I like that a lot. Yeah, it's going to be just a fun, like sugary sweet. I could actually see putting this one in my kids' bathroom. I think that they would really, really like that. And then I purchased, how many pocket backs did I purchase here? I think I purchased 8 pocket backs. I think I purchased like 2 of each fragrance. So I got sweet orange and agave. I got white tea and sage. Cozy vanilla almond. I do like this one for like a year-round fragrance. Fiji white sands. Yeah, and Fiji white sands. Those are the ones I got. I really like these little pocket bags. I know that I could go get other like just standard what are they? The antibacterial hand sanitizers anywhere pretty much, but I do like the shape and the size of those. They're easy to keep in my little purse. I usually use like a little crossbody, and then they're also easy to just keep like in the center console in my vehicles. All right, now what I think most of you guys are here for, let's go ahead and see what candles I purchased. Like I said, it was a buy 2, get 2 free thing that was going on. And so, not a buy 2, get 1 2 free, that was Yankee. It was a buy 1, get 1 free. There we go. You guys, I did so much shopping last weekend that my head is having a hard time keeping it all straight. So forgive me for that. But let's go ahead and talk about the candles that I purchased. Now, here's the thing, you guys. I initially only placed an order for 4 candles. However, then they released the Easter candles, and I was like, oh, great. So placed another order, and that is how I ended up using both my 20% and my 25% coupon. So my 20% coupon was expiring on the 17th. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and use that one first. So I used that on my first order, and then I used the 25% coupon. So the first BOPUS order that I did, I purchased 4 candles. And the first one that I'm going to show you guys, nobody's going to be surprised because this was one of my, I think it was within the top 3 fragrances of 2024 for me. This is Hummingbird Tea Cake. I love this fragrance. You will more than likely see the one that I purchased last year as a backup in my empties video, usually here at the end of February or maybe early March. Fragrance notes here of pineapple cake batter, cinnamon spice, toasted pecans. I love, love, love this scent. It's warm, it's cozy. It says pineapple in here, or it's kind of a cross between pineapple and banana to my nose, but probably more pineapple than banana because Bath and Body Works, when they do banana, it comes across a little bit Laffy Taffy to me, and that's not what I'm smelling in here. You get the spice cake accord, very, very similar to the spice cake accord that is in another candle that I purchased this weekend. Really, really well done. This, and I really love the packaging on it. I think it's really cute. You've got the ladybugs and the hummingbirds and just kind of these pretty little swirls. Really, really nice packaging on this one. And it's even got like a different kind of lid. This candle is actually going to go straight into my backup stash because I do primarily burn this candle in the months of January and February. I could see myself breaking it out and mixing it maybe with a coconut scent for the summer, but it is going to go into my backup stash. Another candle that I was intrigued by, I had seen a couple of people talk about this one. I've seen a couple of reviews on it. I went in was it last week? Maybe about 2 weeks ago. I popped into Bath and Body Works and sniffed around for a little bit, just seeing if there were any candles that appealed to me, put them on my wish list, and then of course the sale happened. So then I knew what I wanted to purchase. This is pistachio milk and honey. We have fragrance notes here of toasted pistachio, cozy shea butter, and whipped vanilla musk. And the reason why this one was on my radar when I went into the store to sniff was because I think it was my friend Connor said that this bears some resemblances to the Sol de Janeiro 62, the original Boom Boom Cream scent. And I would say that he was correct in that assessment. Now, I will say that the new Yankee candle, the Capri Glow that I talked about, that one on cold sniff also has some similarities. So I'm really excited because I have that Capri Glow and this one, and I feel like I'm going to burn both of them. Now, they're different fragrances. They bear that similarity with the pistachio note. Although I don't even think pistachio is listed in the Capri Glow. I think it's more like a macadamia nut, and I could see that. And there's tuberose in that one. This leans Boom Boom Cream mixed with like a shea butter. I do smell kind of like that shea butter in here. It smells like kind of like that creamy body care, but the pistachio note is really standing out. So I decided that I did want to purchase this one, and I will probably burn those 2 as complimentary fragrances, but this one did catch my eye. I do tend to like the neutrals line. I am aware the only thing with the neutrals line is sometimes they burn a little bit dirty for me, but I think that has to do with the packaging, honestly. I don't know if it's like this kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like the glass that they use, but it feels a little bit different than the glass that they use with like kind of their standard like wraparound label. But we'll see how that one burns for me. And then the other candle that I had put in that buy one, get one free was Sugared Jasmine. Now, again, you guys, I'm not the biggest Bath and Body Works historian. I don't follow them super closely over on Instagram, so I don't know. But I think this might be a new fragrance, or it's probably a repackage of something else. Fragrance notes are jasmine petals, caramel drizzle, and sea salt. And it's funny, this is a fragrance that was nowhere on my radar, but when I went in store and sniffed, I was like, oh, I actually like this. It's floral, kind of beachy to my nose. I get kind of like a sea salt thing going on in the background, but it's the jasmine note in here that's really standing out. You guys know, excuse me, I grew up in Southern California, and there's a lot of jasmine that grows around there. Like my sister has a jasmine plant in her backyard, and I always love walking by it. So it smells really good. It smells kind of beachy. This one I can see burning with a coconut fragrance to kind of get those beach vibes. There's a little bit of this. No, not really. I was going to say it kind of reminds me of like the Way St. Bart's, but not really. But if you like kind of, I would say like perfumey beachy scents, then I think that this one might be right up your alley. Go in and sniff it. Smells pretty good. Now this one, I have noticed that the wicks on this have those like zinc cores. The other ones are all kind of those thick tree stump type of wicks. So again, we'll see how they perform. You guys, and I know that there's been quite a few of you guys, I'm not quite a few, but there have been a couple of you guys that say like, you're always hating on Bath and Body Works. And I promise you guys, I really am genuinely trying to give every brand a fair shot. I am aware that every brand has their highs and lows. I feel like some of them go through like a year where you're like, what are you thinking? What happened? Who made the decisions to change the packaging or change the wicks or change those types of things? And I just feel like for me personally, the last 6 months, Bath and Body Works, it's been their turn. I just have not had a lot of success with a lot of their candles recently in terms of performance. They've been dudding out on me. So I'm really, really hoping that they turn it around with the spring candles because I'm rooting for them. Like I want them to do well. They're easily accessible, but yeah, they haven't been. So I'm hoping that these ones will do well. And that's why, again, I only purchase them when I can get them for a pretty cheap price, because then I figure if they don't do well for me, well, oh well. All right, so the other candle that I had initially purchased in the buy one, get one free was Fiji White Sands, because I've never had that candle before. However, then they released their Easter collection and I was like, okay. So when I went in store to to pick up my Bopus, what I ended up doing was I exchanged the Fiji White Sands for sweet carrot cake. You guys all know, we're already seeing it, the packaging. It's so cute on this time around. We've got this beautiful, there is a green wax in here. Now I am going to say, I am in the same camp as Greg from All About Candles. He has noticed that this colored wax with kind of these tree stump wicks tends to have some performance issues. So I am hoping that that will not be the case. The color wax on all of the other candles so far has been white. This is the only one that has a colored wax to it. And mine has this like weird, it almost looks like a scratch mark or something in there. Or is it a scratch mark? Or, oh, it's just a piece of like extra wax. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I love this. It just screams spring. Try saying that a few times fast. And I've just always loved this fragrance. It's the fragrance we've always known and loved from Bath and Body Works. Cream cheese forward with that nice spice cake. Spice cake note that's in here is the spice cake note that is in the Hummingbird Tea Cake. I've just always loved this fragrance. I make sure that I purchase it every Easter. And also I like to do a comparison because I have this one. I may be having the carrot cake candle from Kringle on well, it'll be in my collection at some point soon. Spoiler alert there. And then I'm hoping to purchase the iced carrot cake candle from Caramel Sundays. I love a good carrot cake fragrance. So this was one that I wanted to have in my collection. Now, the thing that I did was I actually ended up getting 2 of the sweet carrot cakes. So I exchanged out the Fiji White Sands for one, and then I purchased one in the buy one, get one free sale with another candle here, which they were a little bit unevenly priced, but that's okay. And what I ended up doing was I gifted one of the sweet carrot cake candles to a good friend of mine. It is one of her all-time favorite fragrances from Bath and Body Works. She also buys it every year, and I just thought that she would really enjoy receiving that as a gift. So I went ahead and gave it to her the other night. So if you haven't figured out that the second Bopus order that I placed, because they released the Easter candles, if I purchased one, which was the sweet carrot cake, the other candle that is unevenly matched because it's at a little bit higher price point, but I got sucked into the hype, is Easter Candy Basket. And I will tell you, I love, again, the packaging on this. I feel like they didn't have to give this like super fancy lid. I know that they did this last year with Sweet Carrot Cake. And I don't know, it feels like a much heavier candle for sure than some of these other ones. But I don't know, they do this special packaging, I think, for at least one fragrance every year. And this year it happens to be the Easter Candy Basket. Fragrance notes here are sugar-coated jelly beans, orange vanilla creme, and There were a lot of people who were saying that this reminds them of like an orange creamsicle. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't remind me of an orange creamsicle. That fragrance, I would say, is more like Homeworks is. Homeworks had an orange creamsicle, and then also their Valencia orange. That fragrance reminds me of an orange creamsicle. But, or I don't know, maybe it is. See, because when I think of an orange creamsicle, I think of that orange popsicle that has like the cream in the middle of it. But maybe what they're thinking of, or maybe what other people call an orange creamsicle, is this reminds me of like those Flintstone push pops, like the push pops that we used to have back in the 90s when I was a kid. That's what this fragrance reminds me of. I know that they're marketing this as a jelly bean fragrance, and I guess I could see where that's coming from. But the orange vanilla creme in here does make me think more of like a push pop. Regardless, I really, really like the fragrance. We'll see how it burns. It's a little bit light on cold, but again, we will see how it burns. I will make sure that I get a dedicated post-burn review on this one, as well as the sugared jasmine and the pistachio milk and honey. Keep an eye out for those because I will make sure that I do post-burns on that. But I know that this one has been getting a lot of hype, and I was really, really intrigued by it. So this one, I did do the buy one, get one free. Again, the price point on this one, I think, is $32.95, and the sweet carrot cake was $26.95. So my price per candle was actually a little bit higher, but I went ahead and used my 25% coupon on that, which brought the price down just a little bit. So those are the products that I purchased during the President's Day sale weekend. I've got a lot of candles to review, you guys. I've got a lot of stuff coming in right now. So I was more than happy, though, to go ahead and get my hands on some of these fragrances that I've had my eye on. I've been admiring from afar for a little while, but I'm like a lot of you guys. I try to only purchase when candles are at the price point that I want them to be at. And then I figure, well, if I enjoy them, I enjoy them. If not, I can probably always exchange them maybe, or just pass them on to somebody else. But yeah, you guys, good sales are always a fun thing. I spent a lot of money last weekend on sales. You're probably going to be seeing quite a few hauls coming up on my channel in the next couple of weeks. This week, I do plan to upload quite a few dedicated post-burn reviews for you. I will also have my empties. I'll have my candle collection series to share with you guys. I will have, I'm planning to put up another PR haul for you guys next weekend. So again, lots of stuff to talk about here. So you'll want to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you like candle content. Again, please hit thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.